I went online to figure out this whole rage quit stuff. One website said it's rage quitted. One said it's just rage quit because quit in itself is past tense. So you just say I rage quit or raged quit. Or one person actually said rage quat, obviously. So that is the thing.
Quit being a rage quat.
So you didn't make that shit up. That's cool. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Salty Glitches. I am Grand Assault with Chicken Hawk and Scarcom over here on my left.
Hello.
Today, the subject matter is...
They can't see us.
Oh.
So the direction of where we're sitting doesn't matter.
Well, now visually they can see where they are. We're about to talk about rage quitter hell and rage quitting. Would it be... Have you ever rage quitted? Or have you ever felt like you should have?
I think it's rage quit.
Okay.
I think that's the...
Whip
Isn't
cream?
that the past tense version of...
Yeah, like you did it before?
Yeah, I don't know.
I rage quat the other day.
Ugh.
Stop rage quatting all the time.
I know I've rage quit a couple times. I definitely just turn it off. I'm like, oh, nope. I lost connection. Bleep. Turn that thing off.
For me, it really depends on the game. I know lately I've been stopping myself from rage quitting just because I was sick of looking at the other guys who, like, playing Rocket League especially, we start losing. It's like 8-0 in the 2 minutes left, and my team just keeps quitting and leaving. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to be like those guys. I'm going to be true to this team and stay till the end. But more in, like, team, like a group, most of the time, like Battlefield, always rage quitting just because I'm sick of having a horrible team. That's the idea. Oh, my team sucks, so I'm quitting.
Got some information, and each one of the high-selling fighter games actually has their own kind of rage quitter hell. So basically, if you rage quit a certain amount of times, and with Killer Instinct, if you quit if your disconnection is more than 15% within 10 matches, you have a 24-hour rage quitter hell, or basically they call it jail, and you only fight other jail members. And anytime you play ranked or anything, you will not gain experience.
That's a pretty cool punishment that they're able to decide on, especially if everyone in jail keeps quitting. So just a bunch of half games.
It caps out only for about like 5 days, and then if you go ahead and say your 5 days are up, and it gives you a little nice little in jail icon on your symbol, so you don't even have your customized symbol anymore. It's like jail.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So it lets you know.
That's like having to mark you're a felon on job interviews. And you're like, do I have to do this? Damn.
But yeah, if you go ahead and rage quit again, then you automatically go back to jail, and it's like a continuous cycle unless you learn how to go ahead and just take the loss.
Just take a loss. I feel like it's much easier
to
just take a loss. I mean, I've been beat up a lot in my life, so I'm just like, take a loss.
I've lost so many games across the board in general. I've lost so many Rocket League games. Like I think my win to lose ratio is probably 1 in every 50. I win.
I don't know if it's that high.
Check it out.
Yeah.
I have to do some research.
Yeah, usually mostly in my fighting games, it's like every 1 loss to 2 wins, or sometimes vice versa.
Especially on Mortal Kombat. On Mortal Kombat, you go online and it shows the other person's win-loss, and it's always like 800 to 600, and I'm like, mine's probably 5 to 30.
See, I just don't even. I don't even try, so I don't have any losses. So I'm perfect.
That's terrible logic.
Well, yeah.
Speaking of Mortal Kombat, they actually have a quitality if your opponent actually leaves the match.
What?
A quitality.
A quitality.
Yeah.
Like a fatality, but with quit in it.
Yeah.
Oh, is that? Huh.
So basically, if they quit, no matter what you're doing to them, their head just automatically explodes. But there's no ramification against them, except for their high disconnection thing on the bottom when you go ahead and fight them again. Or fight
What do you mean by
else.
the high disconnection?
So in Mortal Kombat, they'll show you your ping, and that's the thing. What they're looking at is now that if you have a high ping, which everybody who doesn't know about that is like it's your connection to the server, and then your how good your connection is to the other player. So if your connection is really high, like the ping is really high, they can actually, like, say if you actually do lose connection, and they can go ahead and figure out, okay, it was probably a big connection because you had like a 200 ping for both sides. They look at it to the point where it's like, oh, both of you guys have 54 ping. There's no reason why you would lose connection unless you rage quit it.
Yeah.
So
can it tell if you lost the internet connection versus pressing the start button, going to quit, and going to the main menu?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. That's a good safety feature.
Yeah, so it doesn't penalize people who actually lost connection, and it kind of helps out with that way.
Yeah.
But when you go ahead and face someone else, they'll have like a disconnection bar or like percentage on how many times they actually disconnected.
Oh, okay.
So you can actually tell from that. But there's no other, penalties for them when they quit. So besides just like maybe I can avoid this guy instead of play against them and stuff like that. And Smash Brothers has a really soft ban. They don't even tell you that you're actually banned for. They have if you use a lot of stale moves, like you use the same move over and over and over again, or you taunt a lot, or there's even bagging parties that you just go on a server and you just bag each other just for funsies.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have
Funsies?
so they have like a soft ban, they call it, which you can't access tournament, you can't access for glory. You can create a match with your friends, you can still play with your friends, but it gives you a slower time on your connection. So basically your connection might be like a couple of seconds. It might be up to almost 3 minutes before you actually get a connection with your friends. So
okay.
you won't know until you actually like, oh, why is everything so slow?
Yeah.
It's not my internet because it's good. Oh, it makes sense now.
So these you're focusing more on the fighting games. How do you think we can implement rage quitting? What Scarlet Comet was saying in the beginning with being on the team and the team's losing and people are rage quitting, so you're losing your teammates left and right.
Right.
How do you think they can implement that into the multiplayer first-person shooter style games? Because that makes me upset too.
There's
Yeah,
so many,
exactly.
The problem with that is there's so many disconnects and connects with those games. So many people jumping in and out of the servers all the time because the servers are 24/7.
Yeah.
It's really hard. That's why I said I feel more comfortable rage quitting on like multiplayer platforms like that as opposed to the 1v1 because you can get away with it. You can't get away with it if you're fighting one other person. It's only you two. Team deathmatch. If your team is 99 or 90 to 50 and the people on the 50 team quit, there could be some type of implementation on
So
that.
it can track how the actual game is going. Because sometimes I'll jump into a match and then I'm like, I don't feel like playing that map. So I'll just jump out. I don't think I've ever rage quit because we were losing.
It's always lagging.
Yeah, because like on Rocket League, when you play ranked, it's like if enough people quit, you're just going to be on your own playing against the other people who are winning.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah, I was playing Rocket League the other day, and it was 3v3, and both my teammates quit because it ended up being 2-0, and it was 2 minutes left, and it was just me against these three guys. This is terrible. I got my butt whooped, but I stuck through it because I don't rage quit.
Because you forgot where the start button was.
That is true.
Where is the button?
Really quick, I went online to figure out this whole rage quit stuff. One website said it's rage quitted. One said it's just rage quit because quit in itself is past tense. So you just say I rage quit or raged quit. I
Raged quit.
Yeah.
Rage quit.
Okay, raged quit. Yeah, because
But
the
there is
active
one
in
that's-
that is raging.
Yeah, that's like Sergeant's Major.
That's why it's
okay.
Sergeant
yeah.
Majors.
Right.
Or one person actually said rage quat, obviously. So that is the thing.
Quit being a rage quat.
So you didn't make that shit up. That's cool. So Capcom on Street Fighter actually has a stronger ban than any of them. If you quit 3 times within 2 hours or 2 hour span, you'll be banned for 24 hours.
Jesus
And you'll lose 1,000 league points or like 1,000 rank points for it.
That's terrible.
Yeah, so like they are the highest part of being not putting up with rage quitters at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's in the name, Street Fighters. You don't just quit a gang whenever you want to. They'll beat you up. You got to get jumped out.
Streets of Rage, that's where they're going to go.
What other games are there that you can rage quit? Can you rage quit Super Mario? Like,
Oh,
just so sick of those
that's-
turtles?
fuck yeah. I mean, I was playing like on the NES, and I would play Super Mario World, and I remember there was that water level. It was the first water level you get to, and I was maybe 7 or 8 when I was playing this, and I remember I wanted to break that fucking controller. I wanted to, I was playing, like, my sisters and I were over at our dad's house, and I just wanted to punch everything. I was so angry, and yeah, so you can rage quit. I've rage quit single player games.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I've done that plenty of
Like-
times where, like, I'm just so glad that the controllers back then, like the NES, Super NES, and then, like, even the Xbox, they were very durable. Like,
Yeah.
as much as you could throw them down and accidentally step on them and stuff like
they
that.
didn't have
and
too
they
many
still
moving
work.
parts. So.
Yeah.
Halo.
like
Rage quitting on
rock.
Halo.
Oh, Halo 1 at the end? Oh, my God, yes.
Fuck that thing.
Yeah, let's see. Were they able to do that for sports games, you think?
I think
Because,
so. I
like,
mean,
it'd
a
be
lot
like-
of
it's still kind of one-on-one.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense, especially if you're playing online nowadays
Yeah.
with Madden and everything.
Like
I've seen my
FIFA,
buddy.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't play FIFA because it's a terrible game.
It is so boring.
I mean, play
It's
NHL.
it's a marathon emulator. It's just, hey, run for a while and hope you get a ball. I mean, it's
No, pretty much. I mean, play hockey, and you will never go back to FIFA again. Play basketball, you'll never go back to FIFA. Or Madden. I can't get into Madden anymore because I like the fast action pace of those other games. But, yeah, I can see you can play
you should
online.
play Blitz.
Blitz the League?
Yeah.
Am I a 12-year-old?
Yeah, all right, get on that shit.
Steroids. They teach
It's
you about
incredible.
steroids.
But no, that's like you said, it's another 1v1 game. You can definitely rage quit on that. I had a buddy who told me he was kicking some guy in the face so hard. He was like 64-10.
Damn.
Like Packers
Yeah,
versus
I'd
somebody.
quit.
And he's like, the guy quit with only 1 quarter left. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
Does he get the win, though?
I don't know how that works online.
Yeah, I haven't played
with
much sports games.
I've never played a sports game online.
I've played NHL online, which is pretty intense because you can have 5 different people on your team, and you just get some stupid a-holes. And like my goalie that I was playing, he was the goalie, and he would just leave the net all the time. And I'm like, oh my god.
That's the same way. If you quit on that, is it rage quitting because of the players, or is it rage quitting because you're losing?
Yeah, unfortunately, the computer, I don't think the computer actually can tell your intention.
Right.
Which would kind of suck, but it's like,
Someone else rage quits against you is the fact on Killer Instinct you actually get like the double points. Like on your league or your ranked league, you actually instead of like getting like 30 or 40, you get almost 60, 75
So
points.
they give those that don't rage quit rewards because they stuck through it. They're like, oh, the other guy screwed you over from a win, so we'll give you these as well.
Yes.
Well, that's pretty cool.
yeah, I think the psychology of rage quitting is quite impressive. Like, I know there's a podcast I listen to called The Psychology of Video Games, or Video Game Psychology, or something like that. You can search it. But he talks a lot about all different types of aspects of gaming, and he said across the experiments, researchers found that it was not the narrative or imagery, but the lack of mastery of the game's control and the degree of difficulty players had completing the game that led to the frustration. So it's not so much what's actually happening in the game. It's not so much, what's going on with the map you're on or the person you're fighting. It's mostly, it's internal things that are making you rage quit, such as you like when you're playing fighting games, you got to get those combos right. I can't do that, so I don't engage in fighting games. I don't play fighting games because I can't do that kind of combo manipulation. So I'm like, no, I know where my line is, and I'm not going to cross it just because I don't want to be led to frustration. Battlefield 1, like I've been playing the trial right now, and I know the controls. I need to learn the equipment and all the loadouts and everything, but I know the controls. They're very simple, and I've kind of mastered them to where I can play efficiently. The only time I'm leading to a rage quit is the degree of difficulty. If I do get so frustrated, like if I'm on a 90 to 50 team and I'm on the 50 side, like last night I was playing deathmatch and I was playing, it was 5 against
You actually
10.
play deathmatch now?
Yeah.
Man, I want to play so bad.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's not as good as Battlefield 4, but I think it's just because it's the EA trial.
Right.
But anyway, but I was like getting so pissed because this is frustrating. It's like 5 against 10. There's no way they got double the amount of people. So I was like, you know what? It's I cannot go against this and feel good even if I lose. But I did play it out. We did get beat. I think it was 100-42. I think. Yeah, it was ugly. But I finished the match with 15-3. So I was like, I was carrying the weight. And throughout that time, it wasn't what was happening in the game or what was going around on the map was gorgeous. It was like in this old Venetian palace, and it was just great. But it was the players I was playing with. I was like, guys, fucking step up. They were camping, and I'm like, you can't camp in deathmatch.
Yeah.
And it led me to almost rage quit, but I was like, nah. It's like they're almost gonna beat us anyways. I might as well get these points for this match and finish it out and see how it is and everything. So I just think that was a pretty cool description of how rage quitting affects a person.
I can definitely
Mostly
see where
internal, not external.
I can definitely agree with that and how it goes into play with how you are in the game and your mastery of it all, because I am terrible at most all video games. But so I'm come
Agreed.
He's learning though. He's learning.
become so accustomed to losing that I understand and accept my novice, my being a novice at all games. So whether I'm losing or not, I'm like, I'll just get better at it eventually. Just keep trying.
You've been saying that for years.
It won't get better.
Yeah, I would think so.
So anyways, that's fuck it. I'm done.
All right.
Fuck everything.
Rage quitting joke.
This is the
Rage
stupidest thing. So anyways, thanks for watching. All right. He's gone. Okay, everyone just left. This is bullshit. You guys were just talking about how you hate rage quitters.
Fuck you.